I really don't appreciate the censoring because, like, we're nothing without each other. We got to have conversations to be able to build, you know?
Right. The point that I brought up with Cloxin is that if you were to just remove meat off the table, do we necessarily have enough of the other things to feed the global population?
So you're saying for someone who meditates, it could actually physically help their physical health, like by meditating?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like if you have.
For me, it's like letting go has probably been the best thing that's ever happened to me, because instead of me looking for the guru, I end up finding the guru in me.
It's going to be a byproduct of helping everyone else. Because when you help yourself, you're able to help other people. We're able to build together.
It's going to feel like, dang, I just got to this new level, and now I got to deal with this, now I got to deal with this, and it's going to keep stacking on constantly. Use that as your pillar of strength to be like, wow, since these challenges are getting stronger, it must mean I'm getting stronger. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there, because the universe only gives you what you're prepared to handle. So even if something feels like it's impossible, it's only impossible in your mind.
And so a lot of the important things that you guys want to realize when building is that no matter how grand the idea is, no matter how many people you have, it has to always start from yourself. Because if you don't get yourself right, you're not going to be able to build with somebody else.
See, that's because everybody know that, you know, the government coming after people when you talk too much.
Yeah. I mean, if nobody talks about it, then I mean, you know, it's gonna stay the same.
You know, Cloxin, and I already told you this, but you were the person who inspired me to start writing my book. So I can focus and all of that. But you were the one who showed me in the midst of calamity and confusion and drama and chaos and all that shit, that's where all of your best work, or most of your best work, will come from.
People need dramatic examples to shake them out of apathy, and I can't do that as Bruce Wayne. As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol, I can be incorruptible. I can be everlasting. What symbol?
Cloxin.
Cloxin.
What up, Cloxin?
Soul Fam, Cloxin.
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 Cloxin sound like you need to come up.
Cloxin coming up next.
Hi, Cloxin.
Yo, Cloxin. Peace to the Universal family. My name is Cloxin.
I don't regret this. You know, I used to regret the decisions that I made because I didn't understand where they would put me. But now I'm glad I don't understand. You know, I'm glad that my life is a empty canvas and I get to write whatever I want into that canvas to make it my future, you know?
Welcome to the Cloxin Podcast.
All right. Peace to Universal family. Welcome back to the Cloxin Podcast. I'm your host, Cloxin. And today I have a very special guest with me. Before we get started, I want to let y'all know this is going to be a little different episode, all right? So in the last episode, we broke down a lot of critical topics, a lot of high science about the minds and all kind of cool mental concepts. But today we're going to be focusing on the body today. Today we're going to be getting into an area I really haven't talked about on like any of my platforms at all. So this is honestly a very special moment for me personally, because I have high respect for this man right here. And y'all about to learn what he does and what he's about. So without further ado, brother, could you introduce yourself to the people and give them a little bit about like your origin story, you know, how you came to be where you're at now, you know, let them know a little bit about yourself.
My name is Greg Atkins. I am a neuromuscular therapist, which is a step above a regular massage therapist. How did I get into massage? I was lost. I needed help. And so I needed compassion in my life. I needed to be healed. And so I went to school to learn how to do that. Massage is an energy work. So by going through my schooling, by learning how to work with people, learning how to conversate and realizing that I am actually, I have learned to be a part of the healing process, made me feel, I guess, like I had a purpose, a greater purpose than I had as a prop man film business or searching for what I was trying to do in life. So,
okay, that was gonna be my follow-up question. So you got into it because you needed it personally?
Yes, I needed. I'd gone through life, and it had done what it did and left me where it left me. So at that point, I needed the healing. I walked by a massage school almost every day. It was close to my church. My girlfriend and I ate lunch there all the time, or in that neighborhood, so we saw this school all the time. And she used to say, "Why don't you go in? Why don't you go in?" And because I was, head heavy in the film business, I kind of, it wasn't for me. But once I had realized how broken I was, then it was, and I walked right into that school. I think a week later, I was taking classes.
Wow. Okay. So, that's big. Could you talk about like the importance of it? Like, because you said it changed your life. How did it actually change your life? Like, what did it do to bring you to this new realization? Because you said you were broken, and now you're fixed.
Yeah.
Right.
Massage and the process of massage. Well, let's start here. I think massage is actually, or touch is actually the oldest part of the healing compassion. It starts healing, touching somebody, introducing yourself, allowing yourself to take on someone else's issues, making yourself, sacrificing your burdens for someone else's. That's the first thing. You see someone hurt, you want to help. Being a part of that process is beyond. I think a doctor, I think a nurse. My mother was a nurse, a registered nurse, surgical. I think those people probably know more than I do how it feels to help somebody's life, to give someone life. But I think in massage, we give people more freedom, more room in their life to operate by taking away someone's pain, or by allowing someone to have better range of motion in their knee when they're trying to walk, or their arm when they're trying to drive or something. Is a great relief, and it's a great feeling to be a part of that process.
Wow, yeah, that's deep. Because like, I even remember like my experience when I first met you, right? Like in Leimert Park, I was like, okay, this brother's doing massage work. I've always wanted to participate in one of these things. I've always seen them, but I never really did it. And after my experience, I instantly I realized how important this was. Like, I deal with a lot of spiritual energy, really, like you were saying earlier, energy type.
Massage is just that, and we are energy. We are what? Electricity, right? We are basically atoms, which are these things that move really fast and create spark, blah blah blah, in our lives, create life, allow us life. That energy really transfers. When I'm working on your head, for instance, it takes me on a journey to find out what is causing your pain. By your description, I can go, you might be asking for a relaxation thing, and I'll go, but when you're saying that I have headaches, in my eyes, my auricles or something, then I can go, okay, let's trace that back to somewhere in the occiput line or something. We can stretch, we can do this, points on our skull that release pressure points in our head. So when I was working on your head, those are the things I'm looking for. I'm looking for with the pads of my fingers to find those little inconsistencies under your skin. So those are the things, those are the energy points.
Okay. I love how you talked about that too, the physical connection, and how that's like one of the oldest practices we do, because that is the number one thing. We love to do all the talking and all the other stuff, but like that physical connection, it's like nothing can trump that. Nothing can supersede that physical connection.
Nothing can trump that. Everybody that Yeah, everybody that leaves the Indigenous tent in Leimert Park really, I haven't had anyone disappoint at this point, and I have so much gratitude for the energy that's built up during a massage between the hands and the body. That it's no one's ever left dissatisfied. No one's ever left and said, "Oh, that wasn't enough," or "Oh." Everybody's always left with a little bit more room in their lives or in their body to live their lives. You know, freedom from pain and stress and tension, and those things not only regulate in our minds, but those things regulate in our bodies. You know, if something happens and you're bummed out about it, you're hurt in your mind, you know, emotionally. What do you do with that pain? Most of us eat it. We put it somewhere where it's easy to store. And in our bodies, we create adhesions, we create knots, we create tension spots. Everybody's neck, everybody's traps are just boing, hard rock. And it's like, and they come in and they'll say, you know, this is where I store my stuff. And it's true. You know, it's true. It's hard like rock. And
I was going to talk a little bit about that energy, like, because a lot of us, like people in general, we deal with a lot of things that are on the root chakra level. And for those of you that don't know that, that's like, that rules the physical realm, you know? So the root chakra is like things that we touch, feel, and a lot of us have problems in that area, you know, whether it's like you saying, things that's going on here, you know, problems we have during life, we put that on us physically, you know? And I'm like, dang. After the massage, I felt like I was straight free on all levels. Like, not just, it felt good physically, but like mentally I was good, you know?
Yes.
And so it's like
I had a client that was a psychiatrist when I was doing my internships, and I had started a program in the advanced classes that I was taking. So I would see the same people in not volunteers. They would come and do the discount massage at the school's massage spa, and I started seeing the same patients in the advanced just for that reason, just so we can track and stay in touch with folks. And I think I lost your question. I'm sorry about that.
No, I was just talking about the chakras. I wasn't going to ask you though, like, what was like?
Yes. That's what we were talking about. The chakras. Now the chakras are different. The chakras are like the system of operations in the background, right? They teach us how to best settle with things that are our challenges in life. Your crown chakra, what does it do? It creates thought. It's your consciousness. It brings thought out, right? And then we have the next chakra, which is what? Our third eye chakra. So we have this thought, but now we're trying to
conceptualize it.
Yeah, put it in our spot. And then, you know, and going down, we have this, our throat chakra, where we now want to communicate what started here to here. So it's a ladder of evolution that brings, you know, brings your thoughts to fruition, and allows you to, I guess, operate in those, allows you to operate with confidence as you're growing, as your thoughts grow, as your voice produces, as your gut, you know, reacts, as your base needs a place to settle, you know. So the chakra system is real interesting. I'm not a chakra master by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like working with the chakras, and what I do is very simple. You know, most of what I do, I think, is very simple. But I try to unwind your chakras and get them back into, you know, clean them out, dust them off, and get
I like
rotated.
that.
And then someone else can do, more work, and someone else can get involved, in all the other schemes and stuff. But it's just like my massage, bare bones. I just get down to it, and that, and it's time to go, and it's time to move on. So, chakra system. I'm having more people come in dealing with their chakras and stuff. So I bought a couple books recently that will help me understand.
Nah, I remember watching, looking at your store, your tent, like you had everything. You get the chakras, you had the sage, you even had that anatomy chart on the wall over there. And I was like, I underestimate how powerful the body really is. Like, I think I read something somewhere where if you massage somebody's feet, it's damn near like you're massaging their whole body because of the nerves and how they're connected.
Well, in your feet, you have 300 nerve endings per square inch in the foot. Okay, and all those nerve endings lead somewhere. How big is your foot? And let's, see how many inches are down there, and times that by 300. So, yeah, the foot is the connection to your whole system, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And then maybe your nerve centers, you have a couple of nerve bundles that are also, but they're not accessible like the back, like the bottom of your feet.
Right. So with your full body massage service, you can damn near touch all the chakras from head to toe. That's what you were saying
full
earlier.
Body,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So explain that experience. How does that go? Like the full body massage. What could somebody expect from that type of experience?
I've never given myself a massage. That's the worst part. That's the worst part about answering the question, because every massage therapist is different. What someone would expect from me, they would feel amazing.
You ask a lot of. I see you ask a lot of questions too.
Oh, I do ask a lot of questions. That's basically how we start. It's basically, how are you? What's wrong? What are you feeling? And we go from there. How did this happen? Do you remember how it happened? Some things have happened 5 years ago, 3 years ago, motorcycle accidents, and we're just dealing with scar tissue really underneath the surface. And that can be really debilitating, pain-wise. Scars and stuff. Scars maybe even the worst, because under the skin it latches on and creates a surface tension, as well as an internal tension. So, but a full body massage, like I said, most people walk away, say they feel amazing. Your body will get inspected. It will get, compressed. It'll get manipulated. It'll get pulled. It'll get stretched. It'll get treated with compassion and care and love for what I do. So it's really, again, it's hard for me to say what someone will get from my massage, but I know that it's they'll get more than what they thought they would get. Yeah.
Okay, I have another question for you, because since massaging is such a physical connection and it's so deep and intense, would you advise anyone to not get massages from certain people or certain inexperienced people? Or
absolutely. Okay. And it's not that so much it's a personal experience, but you can get hurt. If you don't know what you're doing, you can actually really hurt somebody badly. Especially if they're already in pain. So knowing where you are, and then I think the physical, the hands-on part of it is probably the least of it, because that's your tool. That's your tool. Most of it, I think, is trying to figure out, while you're working your tool, what's actually going on in someone's body. Everybody has a thought. Oh, my shoulder's hurting. Okay, your shoulder's hurting. What happened? When does it hurt? When I pick it up this way, how does your neck feel? How does your lower back feel? Because everything affects the body. I mean, it's if I hurt my right ankle, my left knee is going to start limping. Then my right hip is going to start limping, or start limping. Then something else, my left side, my ribs on my side might start hurting.
Right.
So it's a teetering effect, and so yeah.
Okay, so that's why you do so much asking the questions and feeling out, so you can make sure they're okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I can find the path. So I can find the path of problems.
So what about with my session? What was like your experience? Because I remember in the beginning, I was kind of hesitant, right? I didn't want to let my head go all the way. He was like, I forgot what you said. You said something like, you said I can't do it if you're like holding back or something like that. You said something like that. I was restricting my head, and as soon as I let my head go, that's when it really started.
I think, yeah. You were holding on to your head, and that's a huge thing about massage too, is the relationship between the therapist and the person. Not so much the work and the person, it's the therapist and the mindset. How we deal with the clients and how we make them feel at ease. When I was getting into your head, I could feel that you didn't want to let me have it. Like, you didn't want to let my palms, and what I was asking for was you to lay back in my hands, and so I could feel and start applying pressure in different places, and creating a stimulating effect, creating a tension release, creating a space for you to feel like you could trust me. So part of that is during our dialogue, and part of that is just letting you know that my hands are strong enough to hold you, and to actually, they're gentle enough to start healing, and or lend to the compassion or to the freedom that those tense muscles, that we don't even know are tense. I feel like it hurts here, but we have all this other release to happen, so you can really feel completely free, or like you have more space within you to operate, to think, to stretch. If we don't stretch within ourselves, how are we ever going to stretch outside? So
ooh, that's a bar right there. That's a bar.
That's how massage, that's how I see it. Massage is deep, man. Yeah, it's really deep. Like I said, it's the first, it has to be. I mean, I've done research on tribes. I've done, trying to look for the oldest form of massage, and it's definitely not Swedish. I wrote a paper on that, and we'll get into that later, but
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely not Swedish, but the traditional Chinese, I've been researching lately some of the old empires, and when you see us in some of those old empires, and traditional Chinese medicine, forgive me, is the oldest natural holistic form of healing medicine and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, that's why I say, when you go back and do that research and you go back and look at the old Chinese, the Chinese people, it's like going back into the first of any country. You find us first. So it's very interesting, and so that
the history. Okay. What about the other session that I got to experience with Dr. Jill Humphrey? That was a beautiful experience.
Dr. Jill's awesome, isn't she?
Yeah,
isn't she
yes,
brilliant?
she is.
And she's brilliant, and she's cool.
I got to witness that entire thing. What was going on with that? Yeah.
Jill is an active person, and she takes care of herself very, very well. So when she comes, she's looking for just the comfort of the release of the tensions in her body. She's not looking for any kind of special this, that, or the other. Her body's in great shape as far as her tone goes and things like that. She's got no lumps, no adhesion. She's been a hiker for a very long time, and a bicyclist and a rollerblader and all those other things. So her massage is really basic. or no massage is basic, but I say that just to say go into it thinking, it's a regular massage, but we do get into stretching. She likes to stretch. She likes compressions. She likes points checked, and by that I mean there's certain lines within us. And this is more the traditional Chinese medicine, but the Sen lines and the meridian lines all have points, and they run from tip of your big toe to your head. I mean, and there's many of those. It's ridiculous. The map on that is ridiculous. But
could you give us like a few, just like maybe on the arm? What are some like pressure points that we should know of? Just some basic ones.
In your heel, the heel of your foot. Gosh. Okay. Again, on your feet, that will relieve organs. That will.
Wow.
Organs. There's places on your wrist that touch other parts of your internals. The organ lines, the stress levels. You want to quit smoking? Have someone hold a point in the back of your ear. Or get acupuncture there. Or have someone.
Really?
Right questions. Yeah. The human body is amazing. It's amazing, and if you learn it, like some people have learned it, you can do anything. The body is probably one of the most durable and beautiful, light things that gets abused more than anything else on this planet. The human body is amazing, and if people studied it, they would be actual. I think there would actually be more of the image of the superhero would actually be inside of you. You would actually be able to tap into certain certain things in life, certain elements. There are certain things that certain people can do because they can tap in to that excellence of life. And that excellence of life, and enjoying it and having fun with that excellence of life, understanding that you are a part of that extension of life, the fizz on the pop, will take you a lot further than a lot of other ways that people are trying to get ahead. That people are trying to be better with their bodies, to be better with their minds. People take stuff rather than going out and doing stuff for those and exercising those parts of our bodies, those elements of our life that can make us defeat anything. The human body is a healing body. It heals itself. It's special that way. It heals itself. It's hard to. So.
Can't beat the body, and you got. That's why we always try to preach, like, protect the temple, y'all. Yeah, we want to work on the mind, but we got to work on the temple too.
Yes. And that's what it's about. And that's where I think massage probably had a lot more to do with a lot of the history between, fighting and this and the war. I think massage played a big role in keeping people healthy, not only physically, but also mentally.
Yeah. And it's always going to be here. It's always going to be here.
I mean, it started here. I think it really started here with the touch of compassion. That's
a fact. All right, y'all. That about wraps up the podcast. I appreciate you for coming. I always ask this for all my guests who come on the Cloxen podcast. What is your message to the people? Like, if you were just talking to even just one person that really wanted to hear your message, and specifically you. So, for example, like somebody's going through a lot of physical pain and they want to experience this. Like, what's some inspirational words you could tell them? If you were just talking to like one person right now. And hear what you're saying, the energy, what's something you want to say?
I would say maybe to take the label off your chest, to take the label out of your eyes, and to really find yourself. The elements of life are all of the things that make you. that have built your body, the way we work. I really don't have more of a message than to find yourself, be the best self you can be. Take the label out of your eye, take it off your chest. Stop living in a world that doesn't live for you.
Woo! And that's beautiful. I never heard that before, brother. Take the label off your chest and your eyes.
That's one of my. It might be one of. I mean, it's been on my wall for a long time because like I said, we've all come from different places and have gone through different things that have set us where we stand today. And the older we get, the more stories we have. The younger we are, the more angst we have to try to do it better the next time.
Right.
So it's really about you. It's really about being accountable for you, for being in the truth of life and in your life. If you want to grow strong and be big and have the kind of power that man should have, not abusive, but the power to feed his family, the strength to do all the things that he needs to do to sustain his legacy. The right way, the truth in all these things is beautiful. So, that's it.
That's beautiful, brother. I appreciate the wisdom. Is there anything you want to tell the people, like where they can find you and your social media so they can reach you for your services?
I do have indigenousmassage.com. That's my website that I try to maintain. Falls off and comes back. It's one of those things. But I'm there. You can reach me there, I guess, to make appointments. But on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm always in Limerick Park. I'm set up by 9:30, and I usually leave when it gets slow. Or cold.
Gotcha.
So it's not going to be getting cold anytime soon. So I'll probably be there until the early evenings. But for now, that's it. And
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if y'all in the LA area, make sure you stop by Limerick Park and check them out.
I do have an Instagram for contact and stuff like that, and that's Indigenous Massage Inc., I believe. I'm not sure what it is.
I'll put it in the comments. Indigenous Massage Inc. Yeah, I'll put it in there.
I believe that's what my Instagram is. And I'm learning how to do that, so I'll get better at it. I plan on trying to do some short videos about not only self-care in massage, but also with health and beauty products, exercise. I make, actually, Indigenous Massage makes a few products of its own. I make a salve, a cannabis-based salve.
Really?
Works really, really well. Yeah, and it's just called salve. I make a hair food and a skin food. I make a hairspray called Hair Life. But one of the things about the products, besides the Hair Life, everything is based in tallow, beef tallow. People say, what's that? And I say, well, it's beef fat. It's what they use to make all soaps out of. It's what, people used to cook their eggs in the morning. It's what, old school, But it's vitamin rich, mineral rich, linoleic acids, oleic acids. These are fats that help deter cancer, that oxidate your blood, that toughen up your skin, that feed your skin. Vitamins A, D, K, B, and I add E as well. But these are all really great products. They're also, I use all natural jojobas, shias, lanolins, argons, and things like this.
Wow, you got the whole lineup for massage stuff. Okay.
Yeah, they're really, really beautiful. The massage oils as well. And I've now started making tallow soap. So you'll start seeing soap out in Limerick Park, where you can pick up a fresh homemade, bars of hard tallow soap that is the most gentle on your skin. It's great for anyone that needs hypoallergenic products. It leaves your skin soft, it lathers up, luscious, and lovely. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that. But it's also a product that's sustainable, grass-fed, grass-finished tallows. So it's the cleanest and the highest in the richness that it has, that product has for itself. But yeah,
top quality.
Yeah, you should check them out. The products are great. There'll be a shampoo coming out soon too, and a soft soap.
Okay, then talk to him. Y'all heard it from the man himself. He got everything y'all need when it comes to massage and slightly outside of massage too, y'all. Just holistic health in general.
Yeah, it's about lifestyle. It's about lifestyle. So there's a whole bunch. There's more stuff. There's pants. There's shoes. There's all kind of stuff that Indigenous massage makes, promotes, and supports. So, but it's all for the betterment of your life, to help enrich your life, so you can be accountable for your life and how you feel and how you live and how you express yourself. You don't have to feel.
Yeah. Down. Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, brother. I don't want to take too much of it out of you, and we will definitely let's see what the fans think. And yeah, this has been the Clocks and Podcast episode, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for doing this for me. I know it's my first one, so I'm a little scatterbrained and all that stuff, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope we can do something like this.
Oh, definitely. We got to. I have so much to learn from you, brother. I have so much to learn.
I look forward to it.
All right, brother. One love. You're welcome.
One love.
Peace.